What's up, family? While walking through a Las Vegas airport, Busta Rhymes was groped by a thirsty woman whom he immediately threw water on. Right on, fam. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Absolutely, fam. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, this is not the first time Busta Rhymes has been groped by a woman. Back in August, he was on stage at a concert, and a woman tried to touch him in his private area, while her husband or her boyfriend was in attendance. So Busta called him. I was like, well, you know, what kind of weirdo stuff is this, man? You letting your woman do this? But let's go backwards, fam. What's up with the water throwing? Y'all think that's cool? I mean, was that cool? Was he justified? Was he justified? You know what I'm about to do, right? Let's reverse the roles. Let's say, I don't know, Nicki Minaj was walking through the airport. Or just pick a celebrity, anybody. Pick any woman, just walking through the airport. And some random dude just reached out and touched her on the butt. And she turned and threw some water on him. Would that be cool? And would she have a case? Because that is assault. That's right, that's sexual assault. Would she have a case? And would you encourage her to file charges? You see, Busta Rhymes has a case, and I am encouraging him to file charges. That's right, I said it. Just because you're a woman don't mean a man wants you touching on him. Yeah, fam. She should go to jail. Send out a message to all of these other women out here who overstepped the boundaries, who crossed the line. That's right. Now, the woman's name is Nikita Mathis. Nikita told a grand story of touching Busta Rhymes' butt, but not meaning to. But here's what we know she meant to, because she said, but he is Busta Rhymes. She thought it was cool. You know, she thought that was what made her think that that was cool, because she bought his records. She said that he had spoke at a trade show. I'm assuming that, you know, she watched him or whatever. She said she was a big fan, bought his records. Let me explain something to you, fam. Just because you buy an artist's record doesn't mean you bought the artist. You're dealing with human beings, and you really have to put yourself in the position of a human being. What celebrities do is just a job. It's a high-profile job, but nevertheless, it's a job. Because if you strip that job title away, if you take away that limelight, they have all of the burdens that the rest of society have to deal with. Even if you got money, you still got a lot of burdens that the rest of society have to deal with. You got to deal with backstabbing friends. You have to deal with people lying on you. You have to deal with the loss of a loved one. You have to deal with trust, you know, betrayal. You know, you got to deal with trust issues, betrayal, right? Loyalty comes into question. You have to deal with children, if you have any children. You got to deal with your children and everything that comes with that. So you got to be a coach, you got to be a teacher, you got to be a guidance counselor. You know, you have to be a protector. You know, you have to be a nourisher. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But Ultimately, fam, you have to deal with your own sickness and eventual mortality. And this is something that famous people think of on a daily basis, just like everybody else. These are issues that famous people have, just like anybody else. They just have more money to deal with basic problems, you know, because the money is just a tool. The money is not salvation, you know. I had a friend, we called him Mr. Vaughn. He was 60 years old, loaded, bunch of money. He got cancer, and all the money that he had, all the millions that he had, could not save his life. He died 6 months after he was diagnosed. So people got to learn to treat people like they want to be treated. I don't know a woman out here in the world who would be okay with a random man just coming up behind her, touching her butt. I don't know a woman who would be cool with that. This was assault. She needs to be charged. Nikita Mathis, Busta, if you're listening, Nikita Mathis, lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. No more talk.